Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Connecting Communities with Brian J. We have a very awesome special guest today. We have Susie Dudjak, right? Dudjak?
Close.
Go ahead.
Dudjak. It's Susie
Dudjak.
Dudjak.
Like Pat Sajak, but Dudjak.
Exactly.
You never heard that before, have you? Was that an
No,
original?
actually, I never did. So that's a new one. I'll use it if that's okay.
So let me tell you a story. Pause, because I got to first, before I dive into this, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors because we have a brand new sponsor, Susie. Dawn. So Healthy with Dawn. She has a great program out there right now that you guys should take advantage of with a fitness advisor as well as a nutritionist for several different pricing points. It's amazing when you talk about taking care of the body, just as we'll talk with you as well. That's part 2, Susie. We also want to make sure we say thank you to Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, who takes care of veterans and other disabilities and really does a lot of different fundraising and eyes on different subjects and matters. Speaking of the body and loving it, we want to say thank you to Permanent Skin Artistry. They did my tattoo. They can do, I know this, so all my tattoos, I have 11, all my tattoos mean something at the end of the day, and this was my armor, right? Like, I'm just gonna shoot what you have and what you think off me, because listen, it don't really matter. But let me jump back in. When I paused it out, we were, what were we talking about? Because I had a funny story.
Say Jack, do Jack.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either, but that's okay.
I like it. Whatever. I like it. Well, listen, Susie, not Susan, which is very hard for me because my former was a Susan and she was never a Susie. So I'm like, this is a whole mental, I gotta stop and pause, just like I was doing yoga. Stop, pause. Yeah, like, so I met you in the Happy Neighborhood Project.
We did.
And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how I met this young lady. So in Happy Neighborhood Project, great online networking group. You have breakout sessions, right? Typically anywhere from 3 to 6 people in a group. They talk about themselves, right? Very typical elevator speech. If you come to Ohio, we kind of jib it up a little bit. But anyway, so everyone's like, hey, my name is Brian. I'm with Connecting Connections and More. I focus on the small business owner. We're like, hey, my name is Bob. I focus on good water. It's all right. And then you have Susie, who's, hello, close your eyes. Like instantaneous. Like, I'm like, I like sleeping, right? Now she has the benefit of being able to watch all of us close our eyes, right? and not even realize that we're touching our noses or the things that we're doing. You're seeing all this, right? So fast forward, we went through all that, and I'm sitting there going, what just happened? Like, what just happened? So we go back in, they do like a big quick meeting, and then you go back into another breakout session. And Susie came back into another group that I was in. And I said, everybody, you gotta let her go. You remember that? Like, I do. Poor Susie, totally put her on the spot, right? So I'm like, go. Good time. So tell me, what is your technique?
What is my technique? So as Brian kind of alluded to the fact, we're a Happy Neighborhood Project, that I am a meditation yoga instructor, and I also do holistic coaching. So what we do is I work with you individually, one-on-one, or even in semi-private, and we work through connecting our bodies through physical wellness. So whether it is through movement with yoga poses and things like that, nutrition, calming the mind, breath work. We also work on stress management. I mean, who, Brian, in our lives doesn't have stress, right?
And we're young.
Oh,
right? I mean,
minus the gray hair here. Yes,
listen,
I'm young.
Susie, I tell people that I'm 75 and they're like, you look great. I'm like, I know. Thank you.
You know what? My old boss, when I worked for a hotel, my old boss used to tell everybody they were 10 years older than what they actually were. So, you know, she's like a couple years older than me. So say right now, she would say she was 50. Like say she's actually 50. She would tell everybody that she's 60.
60.
And they're like, oh, you look great for your age. And I'm like,
Right. Like,
you
who does
know,
not want to look great for their age? Like, I don't want to say, oh, I'm 19. Like, wow. Wow. I'm
right.
so
Oh my
sorry.
God. But yeah, I mean, so like we work with stress and stress management. I mean, the gray hair, the balding, everything like that, but those are physical attributes of stress. But it also morphs other places in the body as well, whether it is through your digestive tract, chronic fatigue,
Everything
chronic,
happens to the gut, right? Like, everything is in your
everything
core.
happens to the gut.
Yeah.
Yes, everything you put in and everything you absorb in. So when I speak of environment, Brian, I don't necessarily just mean like the four walls around you or the birds and the bees and everything like that are flying around you. I'm thinking environmental as a whole. Our skin is our largest organ, as we should all know from Bio 101. So anything that touches our skin gets absorbed and goes right into the gut. Anything if there's mold in the house or there's some type of chemical in the house, it's gonna go in, you're gonna be absorbed and it's gonna go straight to your gut health. So, I'm not a nutritionist. I will tell you that. I only play one on TV. No, I'm just jagging. What I do is, I work with the stress reduction with helping calm the mind, connecting that mind body. So that is a lot of work with yoga and meditation, is the fact that we connect the two together. Like we spend 90% of our time up in here, but we're not listening to what's going on in the body, or vice versa. The body is
Oh, we hear it. We're just
oh,
we're just putting it in the corner.
yeah, we're just like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, as you're like, trudging up a hill, I can think like you're walking up a hill, you're on your daily walk with one of your dogs, and you're literally going up a steep incline and you're feeling, and you're like, I got to get to the top of this hill because that's how I get home, but you're not thinking that your body is exerting so much energy, your brain's saying, get to the top of the hill.
It's very similar. I went through a situation last year where I was just sick. I was tired. I was just sick. It got to the point that my shins just hurt so bad. My limbs were always in pain. My joints were in pain. After probably about 3.5 months, I ended up going to the doctor and I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, so we have an answer for something, right?
Right.
2 days later, I ended up sitting in the ER. I mean, with crazy situations. Long story short, I had Lyme disease.
I understand.
So it was just so bad, Susie. Now, they told me it would take about 6 months for my body to get back together. Depending on how long I had carried it, I could have long-term effects of arthritis, Lyme disease, which I think I got screwed with and got, because it was the other day, Jackson and I were playing and he hit my shins and it was like so much pain. But I'll wake up and my hand's numb and I can't move it, or you wake up and you think, oh, it's just pain, right? I remember my father telling me, pain just comes. You wake up one day, it's there for 6 days, and then it goes away and something else hurts.
Right.
I just had the same situation where I swear I was having a gallbladder attack. Whenever I would eat, the center of my gut had this hollow feeling that I've only felt one other time, and that's when I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. It was that same kind of instant pain, and I thought I had a gallbladder issue. I didn't eat for 3 days. Even when I took water, like I couldn't even drink water without feeling that pain. And then it just went away. I was just about to go to the doctor. Woke up that morning. I was like, oh, it's all gone. So how does yoga affect that piece? What would be the benefits?
Can I double back 1 second?
No.
No,
Go ahead, Susie.
it's tough. I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. So what you were touching on with rheumatoid arthritis, or RA. Okay. And then when you said you were diagnosed with Lyme's disease, there is some school of thought that says Lyme's disease actually falls into the category of an autoimmune disorder.
Mhm.
So and unfortunately, if you develop one autoimmune, you are more susceptible to a second, to a third. So a lot of my clients actually have some type of chronic disease, whether it is an autoimmune disease like RA or Lyme's disease. In my case, I have Hashimoto's disease, which is underactive thyroid. So, but fibromyalgia, MS, things like
I mean,
that.
all these things that were not around 10 years ago, guys. Well, let me rephrase that. They were around, they just weren't spoke about.
Correct. So like things like inflammation, and we're all talking about chronic diseases that cause inflammation in the body. So I'm moving in your direction, in your question, Brian. So
You're good.
they all cause inflammation in the body. So everybody knows arthritis causes inflammation in the joints. So you can't move your fingers, can't move your elbows, whatever like that. So basically there's a buildup that's inhibiting the joint to work. All right. Inflammation, whether it is through stress, diet, lack of mobility or lack of exercise, whatever it is. So what yoga and meditation does, it actually helps you calm your mind, calm your body, and actually let your body help start rejuvenating itself. We do have the power to help heal ourselves. Now, granted, if you're in a car accident and you break your arm, it takes time to heal. Yes, you need the cast. I'm not saying that you just sit meditating all of a sudden and that, that broken arm is going to, be all healed, almighty.
My first thought was childbirth. Do you know how many people would just like to meditate to be over with childbirth? Men would start having babies.
Right. I still don't think men could handle babies.
I couldn't. I can't, but I'm a wimp. Like I'm a wimp. Like I get a hangnail. I need 2 days off work. I need to be laying on my couch. And can you bring me some chocolate ice cream with Oreo, preferably the double stuffed Oreos at all possible?
Wait, sidebar. Did you try those Oreos? They have the double stuffed Oreos now with the
Are
cookie.
they good?
I don't.
The Oreo in the. I just saw the commercial. They're like Oreo in Oreo, right?
Correct. Like the Oreo crumbs are in the cream. Anyway,
I gotta check it out. We should do we should get some at Connecting Yourself.
We should, yes.
Oreo Nabisco, will you sponsor our
please?
What people are like, what are you talking about? Why don't you share what we're doing the second Tuesday, noon Eastern time of every month?
Absolutely.
Starting February 14th, Valentine's Day. Love your body so you can love someone else.
Wait, February 14th or next week?
Is it the 14th or is it the 9th? Did I get excited?
Then I don't know.
February 14th. That's Tuesday, the second Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, second Tuesday. My days are all confused. Like I said, I feel like I'm like 2023 hit and I'm like, poof,
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've been going since January. So, but no, why don't you share what we're doing with Connecting Yourself?
Okay. So with Connecting Yourself, Brian and I, once a month,
second Tuesday
of the month at noon Eastern Standard
Time. We will not be there every Tuesday, just letting you know.
Nope. I will be somewhere, but not necessarily online. So what we are doing is we are providing a service to you guys where we can take 30 minutes to 45 minutes of your time and connect with your body. So we're going to sit down, meditate, and move through simple yoga poses that help you basically make it through your day. So a lot of us spend this is how I want to go with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but we spend a lot of time sitting in front of our computers, watching podcasts, listening to music, watching TV, or working online, so why don't we put it to good use and do a little bit of stretching to make us feel good about ourselves, introduce movement into our bodies, step away from your workday and just connect back in with yourself. In terms, it's called grounding. So what we're doing is we're actually grounding ourselves back to us. So, if you came to me and you're like all hyper and all high strung, I will actually tell you to go walk outside and stand in the grass in your bare feet.
Mm.
Now, I
Okay.
wouldn't suggest that living in Northern Ohio or Western Pennsylvania, where I'm at right now, because I have snow on the ground.
We do here as well. We do here as well. So
But
what do I need to bring to this class or this moment?
what you need to bring to the class in the moment is, first off, bring yourself, because it's your path, your journey.
You should
Comfortable clothes.
hashtag that. Your path, your journey.
I should hashtag that.
Right. Write that down.
But yourself, your path, your journey, comfortable clothes. If you feel comfortable clothes, a towel or a blanket, because if you have the mobility to sit on the ground, go ahead and we can sit. We're going to be seated on the ground. If you do not have that mobility or you don't have the room, perfectly fine. If you don't feel that you can get down on the ground, bring a chair, straight back chair, not a rolly chair, like your kitchen chairs,
Okay.
because I can work with people that are in chairs as well. So it's not, size doesn't matter, limitations doesn't matter, nothing, because like I said, your path, your journey. I'm just basically the monkey up front that is telling you what to do and guiding you on your path.
I'm there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be all zen. So let me ask you this. What's the
That's my goal in
craziest
life,
thing?
that, right?
One more time.
That's my goal in life, is to chill you out.
Listen, this is me. This is me chilled. You should see me when I was high strung.
Oh gosh.
Right. Right.
No.
Divorce number one. That's what it was. No, listen, I'm a fan of divorce. I mean, I've said this everywhere I go. Not everything is meant to last, right? My former wife was an amazing individual, just as I am individual, right? But however, when we both individualized, it crystallized and melted and then corrupted, and it just, people sometimes just don't always make great matches, and that's all
Right.
it
And
is.
that's and that's literally part of the journey as well. I mean, like, we choose a partner and
Hope,
you
hope that what we do is enough.
right. And what the thing is like, everybody learns and grows and shifts. Without change, life will get really boring. And I mean, we go through these changes and these stages in the life, when our anxiety levels higher or lower, or we're going through
Yeah.
a divorce, or we're going through
Job promotion, job
job
demotion.
promotion, losing a jobs, or like in my case, my stepson's 20 years old. I'm looking at, in 4 months, he's going to be legal to drink. So yeah,
He's already doing it, Susie. just so you're aware.
I already know that. I already know
Okay,
that.
as long as you get that, then he's already done it.
Oh, I'm not clueless. I mean, I was 18 or 20 at one point in time in life too. So we all were there. We all did that. But like the thing is like, change happens, and how we cope with the change is how we make our life easy. In yoga, we use the term equanimity state. So an equal state. So there's either your highs and your manic, your lows and your depression. We try to bring it together. So when you are faced with adversity, like, oh my gosh, I'm in a car crash, you're not going to be like, I mean, for a moment, you're going to be like, I got in a car crash, but then you're going to bring yourself down and assess the situation. And it's not going to totally stress you out, freak out. Now, trust me, if I'm in a car accident, I'm going to freak out. But
Funny thing is I was in a car accident last year. I was taking Jackson to school, and the car stopped at the railroad's track, and I didn't, and hit this utility truck, wrecked, totaled my car, right? Like totaled the car. I'm literally sitting underneath this big water truck. So as it happened, my first thought, now mind you, bags are already out, right? Like dust is all there. So my first, I was like, Jackson, Robert, are you okay? He goes, yeah, I'm okay. I said, okay. I said, are you bleeding? He goes, no. I said, okay. So I looked around, I made sure nothing was on fire, right? And I said, Jackson, how are you feeling now? He goes, I'm good, Dad. He was reading, so he didn't see nothing coming. So he was very relaxed.
Right.
I knew it was coming. And let me tell you, when I saw it, this is what I did. Right? I was like, let me get the most relaxed position, because when you get in a wreck, you tense up, right? And that's how you get pain. So I literally just let go of the wheel and go, because I knew I was screwed.
And that's
So
exactly, that's a trained behavior, because of the fact that when you're in an accident, or if you're going to fall, you're going to naturally freeze. And that's when injury happens.
well, I'm a
So
doctor. I'm a doctor on Grey's Anatomy. Seattle's been my training, 19 years. And I was also in Seattle with ER. Okay. 21 years. So I have like a lot of years. Okay. Now, I can't do a lot of surgeries, but if you have a brain hemorrhage, I'm your guy. Okay. I got you. If you have heart issues, yeah. If you fall out of a plane, I can make sure that you have a leg. Okay. And if I can't do it, I know a lot of doctors that can. Okay. My friend Christina, she's in Switzerland. Okay. Now, my other friend's dead, but his sister is a top-notch neurosurgeon as well. So I mean, I'm just saying. Are you a Grays fan, Susie?
I was a Grays fan. It's
Okay.
been a lot of years.
Well,
So, but
there's a lot that's happened. I mean, there's
I think my son just caught up after 20 years. He started watching them on
yeah.
Netflix. But
It's still, listen, the first 5 years are the best.
oh
But
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's a Vinny sitcom for the most part, but it's done well. I enjoy it. I think I wonder if Meredith will come back, because they have it as, when this all started, it
It's
was that
still
she was
on.
leaving to do a show.
It's still new.
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that. That was in college, when I was in college. That's when it
Yeah,
started.
it's in its 19th year.
Jiminy Crickets.
She's just now leaving when it comes back from Christmas. And or not Christmas, from yeah, Christmas break. That's true. When it comes back
Right.
from Christmas, she's actually leaving the show, but she's going to do a show on Netflix, like a series. So I don't know if she'll come back. Although in the last month, they've really billed this as she's leaving the show now.
Aw,
So yeah.
she's like centered around her. How can you have
But
the name?
no, listen, there's still two original characters.
Okay.
Oh. Well,
As we
listen, we should end this because we forgot we're doing a podcast and
as
we're
we
sitting here
digress.
talking about Grey's Anatomy.
This
Listen,
is
what
what
are some
happens.
ways that we can reach you? Now, again, they're going to be all up above with your nice little bio and your pretty picture and a lot of different links to take you places. But why don't you tell us so we could hear it as well?
Oh, absolutely. So, the best way to get a hold of me is through my website, which is tranquilsuz, SUZ.com. So there you can connect with me and schedule a one-on-one discovery call. So we can talk about services and what needs you possibly have and see if we would be a good fit with each other to work. Don't be concerned if you are somewhere else in the United States. I'm currently in Pittsburgh. I do classes via Zoom from all over the country. So it doesn't matter on time zone or anything like that.
Well, you also do another session if you're not able to come to connecting yourself. You do a
Absolutely.
once a month session as well as a introductory, just to see the feel and make sure the vibe is good. Why don't you tell us about that?
Certainly, once a month, I actually host a 1 hour free workshop. So if you're interested, it's Sunday afternoons, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. This month is actually 2 days ahead of the Connect You. It's on February 12th, and wow, I'm blanking. And the subject this month is love yourself.
Yeah, it's on your website too. So you're right. Love
My
yourself,
website. So you
which
can
again, we don't do enough of. We don't do enough of. Well, listen, Susie, it's been a pleasure. I loved having you on here. Obviously, as we got off on a tangent and forgot that we were doing a podcast. So
yeah, halfway through, everybody's
nice.
gonna be like, if they click in halfway through, they're talking about Grey's
Oh,
Anatomy.
listen, we do all kind of stuff here. They're not going to be surprised. So I am not concerned. Neither are they. That's why they keep coming back, because they just don't know what they're going to get with connecting communities. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.